Three men vying to replace Mitch Daniels as Indiana's next governor squared off with the first of three debates this evening. A poll shows Republican candidate Mike Pence with a 13-point lead over Democratic candidate John Gregg, with Libertarian candidate Rupert Bonham in a distant third. So perhaps it's no surprise that the gloves came off from one challenger.
Answer questions.
Former Indianapolis Star executive editor Dennis Ryerson led Wednesday night's debate, each candidate drawing lots to determine the order. In opening remarks, each man bringing attention to his strengths: John Gregg's bipartisanship, Rupert Bonham's change of pace, and Mike Pence's plan, which includes income tax cuts.
To look beyond the party labels. And if you're tired of the gridlock in Washington, D.C., look beyond those labels. I'm the only candidate who's balanced Indiana's budget, improved funding for Indiana's schools, cut taxes for Hoosiers, and done so in a bipartisan way.
I've shown people how to get themselves out of trouble and back to work, to empower people. I want to stand up here as a change to what the status quo is. I am definitely that change.
I'm running because I believe Indiana's on the verge of an era of growth and opportunity. And if we produce a plan, which I have in my roadmap for Indiana, I think we can take Indiana from good to great.
With voters asking and sending in questions on topics like education, health care, and mental health, Bonham pointed out his support of unions and said he wanted to restructure the way the criminal population is handled.
Instead of spending $50,000, $60,000 or more locking people up, figuring out different ways to actually bring them back to being a productive member of society.
Gregg took advantage of the debate format to attack Pence's voting and attendance record in Congress. Pence ignored it several times, but finally hit back on Gregg's budget record while Speaker of the Indiana House.
There's candidate Mike Pence and there's Congressman Mike Pence. You've never passed a piece of legislation in your 12 years in Congress, and you invoke Governor Daniels' name to kind of take a parody on a former Hoosier. I know Mitch Daniels. Mitch Daniels is a friend of mine. But Mitch Daniels shows up to work every day.
For 5 of the 6 years that you led the Indiana State General Assembly, we ran deficits in the tens of millions of dollars. Just talking about bipartisanship is not going to be good enough. It's going to be about having a plan.
There are 2 more gubernatorial debates scheduled next Wednesday evening in South Bend and Thursday, October 25th in Fort Wayne. Both begin at 7 p.m. and will be streamed live on our website, WLFI.com.